Hello, my dark knights, and welcome back to another Batbran podcast. I guess you can call this episode 2, part 2, whatever the heck you want to call it, but I'm actually doing this in my car at the moment. I'm watching a spider on my thing in my car. Looks like I finally found the spider that's been doing webs on my the side mirror. I can't really think of what it is, but speaking of spiders, I wanted to talk about today a little something called the Venom movie. I went to go see it today, as you guys can see probably in the picture. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about maybe some other stuff, whatever may come to my mind. Maybe some Mega Man 11. I don't know. It all depends on what I really want to talk about, my speculation for what they're going to do with the next movie, whatnot. So, I do want to say, if you are here for a non-spoiler free episode, if you don't want to know anything about Venom, don't, come back a little bit later in the video, when I'm not talking about Venom, probably about 15 minutes in, and then come back, and it's not going to be a long podcast today. I just want to talk about some stuff, but I'm going to jump right into, talking about, Venom, the movie. It was a very great movie to go see. I don't know why the critics were banging on it so hard and hitting on it so hard. I understand where they were coming from. Some parts, they were saying that the action didn't happen until late in the movie. Yeah, but that was, you gotta develop the Eddie Brock character before you just jump into Venom. And some movies like that, there's a lot of people forget some Spider-Man movies when they first started. That's how, he didn't become Spider-Man until late in the movie, and a lot of people forget that. So, but I'm actually wearing my Venom hat today. I got a new haircut, tonight for Conor McGregor. Well, I always get it when Conor McGregor fights. I don't know why, but the lady that did it did an excellent job. Her name is Megan. She's an amazing girl. No, she's not my girlfriend. But she cut my hair, and she did an excellent job. So, and I want to get into that later, but I want to talk about Venom first. Now, the movie I can understand where they said that it was going to be the relationship between both Venom and, the whole relationship between Venom and the other one, Eddie Brock, would be very Ren and Stimpy-like. I can understand where that was, because the whole movie, they were talking to each other as if they were a Ren and Stimpy-like character. Just like some of the parts, like, let's eat their heads off, throw them all in a corner. Why would we do that? Like, one part he's getting arrested, and Eddie Brock raises his hands, and he goes, "Put your hands down!" Put your hands down. And he's like, "No, I'm putting my hands up. What do you think I'm doing?" "No, put them down. Make me look like a fool." He's like, "Okay, I'll do it myself." But the movie was very good if you are a Venom fan too. They did say in the beginning this movie was for the fans, and it definitely was. First thing first, we had She-Venom was in the movie. Spoiler alert to you guys that were, and Venom Puppy was in there, but She-Venom was in there, most importantly, and that's pretty cool that she was in it. And also a little person, Riot, didn't have a lot of time in the movie, which made me sad. He's the main villain, and really you only give him about 15 minutes of screen time, which understandable, but give him more than 15 minutes. He's the main villain of this movie. He deserves more than 15 minutes. But that's the only really complaint I had about it. And one other person, no, not exactly. There's one complaint that I kind of had at the end, in the end credits scene, which, spoiler alert, Cletus Cassidy was in the final scene for Venom, so it seems like the second Venom movie, they're going to do the Maximum Carnage storyline, which makes sense, because then you can incorporate Spider-Man, which they want to do in the next movie, incorporate him and Venom, have them work together, but also have them fight in the beginning of the movie, but have them fight against Carnage, because that is also a very famous Spider-Man Venom / team-up comic, where they do take on Carnage and his group of symbiote, kind of like symbiote, I don't know what you would call them, they were kind of symbiote people, I don't know, but, yeah, the movie was good. I don't know why people were ragging on it. The critics can go screw themselves, to be honest. I don't care about I've been wanting this movie. A pure Venom movie, finally doing it justice. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Topher Grace was great in Spider-Man 3 as Venom, but we needed a pure, like, to a T Venom origin movie. Kind of like what we're doing with the Joker, with his Joaquin Phoenix thing. But making it the justice to the character, and they did very well. They stick to the story a good bit. They had its funny moments and it had its serious moments. It had a little bit of everything in it. Now, I'm just a big nerd, so I'm just going to see it, and I could care less about what the critics have to say, but as a fan of Venom and whatnot, I was very impressed with this movie. And now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't movie of the year, but it was up there. It was pretty good, and it's doing pretty good in the box office anyway, so, I mean, it must be pretty good, so, but my speculation for the next movie, as I said, I think Spider-Man's going to be in it. He was not in this movie. He did not make a cameo, but Stan Lee did, which was very, very good, so I'm glad that they did that. And Venom, I thought he was going to get the White Spider symbol, but he did not. I still thought he would have got it, but maybe they're going to save it for the next one. I guess that would make sense. He needs that, because that you can't have Venom with the white spiders without that white spider symbol in the middle. That's Venom. You can't have that. And you also can't have Venom without Carnage. And this is what I wanted to talk about. Carnage. Carnage is played by Woody Harrelson. Not Carnage. Cletus Cassidy. And in the end credits scene, he goes up and Eddie Brock, Cletus requests to only speak to him, to talk to him, be interviewed by him, basically. The reason why I probably think is, like, he just wanted to, because he knows of his work and he respects him, and he does, even in the comics, he does respect Eddie Brock. As cellmates with him, he was a cellmate with him for a while. So, he looks like Sideshow Bob from freaking Simpsons. Okay, why curly hair for Cletus Cassidy? I have no idea. I guess because Woody Harrelson doesn't have that kind of hair. He doesn't have spiky hair. He doesn't have any hair anyway. So you give him this carrot top looking mop, which was kind of just thrown in as a little tease. They'll probably change his look by the time of the next Venom movie, which won't be for a good I would say two years maybe, because I honestly think they're gonna come out with the second Venom movie around the time Spider-Man Homecoming, the Far From Home, which I'll talk about that here in a second. Which I think that's what they'll do. They'll do that. But yeah, that's basically what I thought of the movie. And those of you that were thinking spoiler alert, the spoiler alert is now over. Now I also wanted to talk about Avengers 4 just wrapped up production, and it's a very sad day because, as you all know, Captain America is done as Captain America, and it's a very emotional day. They said it was very emotional for the cast members and whatnot, and I think it's because a lot of people are going to die, and it's the end of the road for a lot of these characters. And Chris Evans even came out on his Twitter and said thank you to all the fans for 8 long years, and he thanked everybody for their support. But I honestly think Cap's going to die. Cap's going to sacrifice himself to save Tony, and Tony will forgive, and through it, Tony will, avenge him and let go of all the past stuff that he lied about him, and the stuff with Civil War, because there's still bad blood between the two of them, somewhat, and it's still kind of awkward between the two of them, which Avengers 4, I want to see how that turns out. There's a lot of stuff that I'm very interested in, what they're going to do. They're saying there may be a time lapse in this movie. I hope not. But if there is, I want to see how they segue it into Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Homecoming Far From Home, because from what they're saying, it's supposed to begin 5 minutes after the end of in Avengers 4. So, 5 minutes after Avengers 4 will end, is where Homecoming Far From Home will begin, and Mysterio, one of my favorite, literally my second favorite villain of Spider-Man, is finally getting a movie, and Jake Gyllenhaal is playing him, and they didn't really release an official photo, but there was an leaked photo with Jake Gyllenhaal in the Mysterio outfit. Sorry about that. I had to take a drink of iced tea. And I do gotta say, I love his look. It looks very... I heard a YouTuber say it looked very Asgardian, which makes sense, because maybe he found some Asgardian tech or something like that, or Loki stuff, different stuff like that, that of which, Vulture and Shocker had, which would make perfect sense in a Spider-Man Homecoming universe. I do think we're not just going to have Mysterio in this movie. I think we're going to have Venom. I think Venom's going to make just a little cameo appearance, just to set up the third Spider-Man movie or Venom 2 between the two of them. But there was also a leaked black Spider-Man suit that they are coming out, that they showed. It kind of looked like Spider-Man Noir-y. It looked really nice. I don't know what the inspiration from it is, but it does look good from the opening pictures. Now, I wanted to segue into that and talk about some other movies I was excited about. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I know it's like a cartoony film, but I kind of want to see this film, just because they're going into the Spider-Verse storyline, and it's a very entertaining. If you don't know what the Spider-Verse storyline, you need to go see it. It is very entertaining, and also talking about Venom too. Them doing a Venom movie gets me excited because I want to see them do the Venomverse movie, and just open up this whole entire thing where they just everything is possible in the Venomverse comic, where anybody in the Marvel universe could be Venom in the Venom universe. So, it makes perfect sense. as I said, to see another villain in the Spider-Man movie. But I digress. I'm going to move to a different topic here and talk about the Aquaman trailer. There was an official Aquaman trailer, and guys, he's getting his classic garb. Not the one you saw from Justice League. No, we're getting I think the orangish gold shirt and the green finned arms and everything like that, and he's going to get a new trident. So we're getting and Black Manta. We finally got an official first-fledged look at him, like a whole scene of him in this trailer. And Black Manta looks like, to me, like he's working with Ocean Master, or King Orm, or whatever the heck you want to call him. But he's Ocean Master to me. And this movie looks like it's going to have a lot of big battles in it. And it's going to be a very good movie. And it's about time. the DC Universe, cinematic universe, they're building their universe right now. They should have built it a long time ago, back in the Nolan Batman days. But for some reason, they refused to. And it's biting them in the butt now because Marvel is destroying them with movies. But I think with this movie, Shazam, getting a Green Lantern Corps movie, a Green Lantern Corps movie, something that isn't stupid like the Ryan Reynolds one, I think it will do it justice. And Flashpoint is one of the most exciting comics that I've ever read, and animated movies I've ever seen. So my expectations are high for that movie too. And then Wonder Woman 2 is also getting a movie. When are we going to get a standalone DC Cinematic Universe Batman movie? Standalone Batman movie. That's what I want to see. They've been, and the problem is they keep losing directors and stuff like that, and being able to make this movie and stuff, and just get it done. Just get it done. Like, I know the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, they did the same thing and had those problems, but get it, some director out there, get it done, get this movie going, and let's get this movie done, because I want to see this movie. They did say, oh no, there was some news where Penguin was going to be the villain for the Batman movie that they are doing. I don't know why Penguin, but I think it's going to be more than just the Penguin. I think they wanted to do the Red Hood storyline, which didn't really work. I don't think they're going to put Joker in a standalone Batman movie when Jared Leto's already on to do Suicide Squad 2. And I don't think he wants to do any other films after that. I don't think he did, but I don't know what. Maybe they will just throw him in this standalone Batman movie. I don't know, but for right now, the only really person they've announced is Penguin for this standalone Batman movie. And but yeah, the DC universe is looking good. It's looking better every day. I'm hoping, and then you also have this DC Universe network, this DC network that's coming out with a Harley Quinn cartoon that is very Deadpool-esque, because they kind of had a Deadpool cartoon set, and she makes a jab at it. If you guys are fans of Big Bang Theory, the lady who played Bernadette is still voicing Harley Quinn. I think she has a deal to voice her. And Kaylee Cuoco, her ex-co-star from Big Bang Theory, is going to be voicing Poison Ivy. And Batman was also shown in it as well, and he was voiced by the guy who, I don't know if you ever watched Batman Brave and the Bold, but the guy who voiced Batman in Batman the Brave and the Bold was that's what I recognize his voice as. I don't know if we're going to get a Joker, but if we do, Mark Hamill needs to voice Joker. He needs to, or Troy Baker. You can't go wrong with either one of those two. They're perfect actors all around to voice them. So I'm excited for that. And then you got Titans, which they're already, they already were greenlit for season 2. And Season 1 hasn't even dropped yet, which is absolutely nuts. And I kind of want to see this season, and I think me and my best friend Clint talked about this, and I think that's, like, we were watching The Office and watched it straight through the whole thing, and I think our next show, I said we need to watch, is Titans. Because it's very true to the material. They said Bruce Wayne is in it, somewhat. He's going to have Batman flashbacks and stuff like that, and but I think I want to see Cyborg in this universe. I do. I want to see Deathstroke. I want to see all these. I want to see the Hive. I don't know how. I don't know if Season 1 they'll go that far in, but I think Season 2 they'll be more greenlit to do more stuff, and I think they'll go way. I have all faith in this show. I think it's going to be fantastic. But how long have we been going for? Oh, wow. I've been talking forever, and it's only been 20 minutes. I also wanted to talk about, I beat Spider-Man, as I said, Spider-Man PS4. The DLC, it looks great, but I don't know if I'm going to be playing it online, or not online. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it live. I will try. No promises, but right now we are playing Mega Man 11. If you did not go see that, please do, because I raged a lot, and I had it on easy. I'm very rusty when it comes to Mega Man games, apparently. I think I got myself all worked up last time, and I really didn't play the game. I just started raging over it, and yeah, so, but, yeah, I forgot how hard Mega Man was if you're not really focusing, paying attention. But yeah, I am playing that right now, and then in November, I'm going to trade in some games and get Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, I think it's called. And yeah, and I think I was thinking about stuff I want for Christmas, too, and I'll get into stuff into that, too, because I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite time. But I'm super excited for Spyro. I think they're doing it right, pushing it back, just to make it perfect. And it deserves to be perfect, because Spyro and Crash and those two games were so influential on so many people, because those games were most people's first video game ever picking up. So, but yeah. Let me see what else did I want to talk about. And I'm also going to pre-order Jump Force. I'm going to pre-order Jump Force, and I'm going to get it. I think it comes out in February 2019. But yeah, and then I want to talk about, lastly, about some stuff I wanted for Christmas. There's some stuff I really do want, but stuff I really want, I need, actually. I need new shoes. So, there's these Dragon Ball Z shoes, Vegeta ones. But the mall where I live at, or live near, the mall that I have near me, doesn't sell them. And the other store that I thought was there, Finish Line, is no longer there anymore. So, I'm going to ask, my family, hey, if you find it, that is what I want for Christmas this year. Vegeta shoes, or Cell. I wouldn't really mind either. I'm completely fine with either one. I do not want the Boo ones. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of pink, but yeah, I really, those are the shoes. And then video games, I mean, really, there's no good guns coming out that I would want. Maybe just some GameStop gift cards, and get some what's it called? The PlayStation Store card, so I can put more money on my account, and maybe Madden 19. I think that would be the only other game I would really want for myself, just for me. But that's basically it. I wouldn't, even Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I know I said previously I wanted the game, but with no campaign and only zombies and multiplayer, and to play it, you need to buy the online, and multiplayer costs, if you want it for 6 months, it costs like, I think, what, $25? I would love to, but, or no, I think you have to buy a whole year subscription if you get the cards, yeah. But you can buy it by month. But let me know, what is something you want for Christmas? It's coming up quickly. We're in October, and Halloween. What are you going dressed up as? For me, I am going dressed up as Guzma from Pokemon, Sun and Moon. I've been working really hard on this character too, so I hope I can do that, because I cosplay in different Comic-Cons and whatnot, so I'm doing that. But yeah, and any other comments, stuff you want to talk about or discuss in the comments down below, please do, or your thoughts on any of the subjects I talk about. Hope you did enjoy this podcast. If you did, please leave a like and comment and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And as always, stay awesome, my Dark Knights.